Nancy Sue, and she's the only girl I'll ever love. Now, I know you've heard me say that before. By actual count, 74 girls have been the only girl I'll ever love. And another 52 have been almost the only girl I'll ever love. But Nancy Sue is the real thing at last. I mean, the way I feel about her, all those other girls might just as well have been Sonny Liston. Yes, this is beautiful. This is genuine. This is it.
I give up. What is it?
Love, Dr. Burkhart, that's what it is. Sweet, blissful, divine. Oh, what a glorious world it is, love.
You could have fooled me, Mr. Gillis. From your pale green expression, I'd put my money on acid indigestion.
How come you don't believe in love, Dr. Burkhart? Just look what it's done for me.
I'm looking, Mr. Gillis, and you should have settled for acid indigestion.
Poor unhappy old thing. Ah, Nancy Sue, she loves me. She loves me. She loves me. Why mess around with she loves me not when any fool can see that she does?
Dobie, my all-time.
Ah, Nancy Sue, my hurricane. For you, dear one, with all my love.
Thank you, Dumpling. They're beautiful.
Fresh pick from the dean's window box.
Oh, Dobie, you're too much.
Tell me, O moon of my delight, how long have we known each other? A month, a year, a lifetime?
One day. We met just yesterday, remember?
Oh. Oh, well, no matter, my sweet. Love recognizes no clock, no calendar. All that counts is that you have entered my life, and I must speak my heart.
So speak it already.
Nancy Sue, will you marry me?
Of course, dearest.
Please don't answer until you've... Huh? You'll do it? You'll marry me? You're not kidding?
Does this answer your question?
Yeah, yes, it does answer my question. And if that's the way you answer all questions, I have a few hundred more. Question one.
Dobie, dear, marrying you has been my cherished dream ever since we met. But there's one little catch.
I knew it was too good to be true. What's the catch?
Well, you see, Dobie, I come from an old-fashioned family with old-fashioned customs.
Like wanting your husband to have a job. Now, that's the
No,
silliest...
nothing like that. It's just that I can't get married until my older sister is married.
Oh,
It's
what's
a family
the problem?
tradition.
If she's anything like you, she can get married like that.
Oh, she's a wonderful girl.
Of course.
Marvelous personality.
Naturally.
Very intelligent.
Sure.
Fine, generous disposition.
A dog, huh?
Well,
She's a dog and we're doomed.
no, Dobie, not exactly a... Well, look, judge for yourself. Here she is now.
Dr. Burkhart, she's your sister?
Yes, you know her?
Yes, bow wow, and we're doomed. Get out your handkerchiefs, because I'm about to tell you a very sad story. After long, desperate years of searching, I finally found a girl whom I love and who wants to marry me and who looks like this. But she can't marry me until her older sister gets married, and her older sister looks like this. And now you know why this is such a sad story. Yes, I've got a problem, all right. So I decided to go to my father for advice. Now, Dad may not be the wisest man in the world. In fact, there are some who say that what he is the dumbest. But he is hard-headed and persistent and stubborn, and he doesn't know the meaning of the word quit.
Son, the way to solve your problem is to find a husband for this older sister, and having met Dr. Burkhart, I now know the meaning of the word quit.
Dad, can't you give us any suggestions?
Sure. Send her up to Alaska. Up there, the men outnumber the women 10 to 1, and possibly she can find some guy who figures she can keep the blubber boiling and still look better than a polar bear, and no offense.
No offense, Mr. Gillis. I know Imogene doesn't do much to make herself attractive.
Yeah, if she did any less, she'd come in second to the polar bear.
Oh, well.
Mr. Gillis.
Oh, that's not what... You know what I mean. But where are we going to find anybody that backward, lame-brained, muddle-headed?
You rang? Maynard, how would you like to marry a rather aging but hard-working lady?
Herbert!
Now, you're right, Winnie. I wouldn't wish either of them on anybody, even each other.
Bless your little old heart, Mr. G, wherever it may be.
And thank you, Maynard, whatever you may be.
Look, you're approaching this all wrong. We don't have to find a fellow for Imogene. She already has one. The question is getting him to propose.
She's already got a fella?
Well, why didn't you say so? Who is he?
Some nearsighted fellow with bad eyes.
His name is Clinton Hardwell. He's a certified public accountant, and he calls on her every other Friday and Saturday night.
Why, that's marvelous. You see, there isn't anything to worry about. It's just that these certified public accountants take a little longer to work up the nerve to propose. How long have they been going together?
12 years.
All right, so it takes these certified public accountants a lot longer to work up the nerve to propose.
Well, Clint is a settled type.
12 years? He ain't settled, he's collapsed.
Now, just a minute. If this Mr. Hardwell has been keeping company with Imogene for 12 years, he must admire her.
Oh, he does. They're the best of friends.
I know exactly what to do. We'll wake up this Mr. Hardwell to what he's missing. We'll show him that underneath the prim, cool exterior of Dr. Imogene Burkhardt, there lies the heart and soul of a woman.
Dr. Burkhardt? Oh, come now.
To do this, we will put her in the hands of a perfectly sophisticated woman of the world. A woman who is well-versed in the ways of love and courtship. A woman who is practical and realistic and still at the same time sensitive and gentle and, well, utterly feminine.
Well, if there's no one here man enough to plunge in, I'll ask the question. Where do we find such a chick?
I am talking about me.
You? Oh, come now.
Me? I will show her how to be the kind of a woman that men die for.
You? Oh, come now.
Me. And when this Mr. Hardwell comes to town again, he will find an entirely different woman.
I got it, Mrs. G. You.
My folks are the greatest Americans since Christopher Columbus. Oh, sure, I get mad at them on certain rare occasions, like whenever I'm with them for more than 3 or 4 minutes at a time. But when the chips are down, they really come through. Just to help me marry my Nancy Sue, they threw all their ingenuity and experience into the project of getting her older sister a proposal from her reluctant boyfriend, and they didn't waste a second. That afternoon, Dr. Burkhardt came into the store to shop, and Dad led into the subject with all the finesse and subtlety at his command.
Well, that's it. 3 pounds of onions, a pound of coffee, and 2 bunches of radishes. And how come a woman your age is still hanging around single?
Mr. Gillis.
Just joking, ladies. Just joking. Laugh a minute Gillis, they call me.
You got that kind of talk, Mr. Gillis, and what you'll get every minute is a hit in the head.
Yeah, but getting on the square, Doc, I've been thinking a lot about it. Now, how come a classy chick like you ain't married, I says to myself.
Not that it's any of your business, Mr. Gillis, but that's exactly what I says to myself.
No.
Yes.
Well, then, what's the problem? Just do like we tell you, and you'll hook some poor fish quicker than you can say community property.
Dr. Burkhardt, what my husband, in his own strange way, is trying to say is that we've known you for a long time, and we're very fond of you. And we believe that... Well, forgive me, dear, but we honestly believe that you're a far more attractive woman than you appear to be.
You'd have to be.
I see.
Well, naturally, an Alice Faye or a Gail Patrick you will never be, but there's no law says you have to keep walking around being the mess you are now.
Thank you, Mr. Gillis.
Anytime. Well, just give us a chance to clean away the debris, and I guarantee you that any creep that sees you and don't propose ought to have his head examined.
Thank you for your interest and concern, Mr. Gillis and Mrs. Gillis, and it so happens that there is a creep who ought to have his head examined.
Yeah, we heard all about that certified
Herbert
public...
Lee. Dr. Burkhardt, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that this whole thing is obviously a put-up job to try and get me married, and you're wasting your time because I'm perfectly happy with the way things are now.
Yes.
Stimulating the brains of sleepy, unwilling students by day,
course, but-
deciphering their examination papers by night.
Naturally,
I
but-
read, I watch television, I knit sweaters, I play bridge with the girls. It's a rich, full, satisfying life.
Fine,
Oh, yes,
but-
and there's one more thing.
What?
Every word I just said was a big fat lie. I despise being single, and Mrs. Gillis, when do we start redoing me? I can't wait to get that backward oaf to propose.
I knew it.
So Mom set out to turn Dr. Burkhardt, B.A. M.S. Ph.D., into Imogene Burkhardt, M-A-R-R-I-E-D. That spells married in case you're in Maynard's intelligence bracket. Now, here's how Dr. Burkhardt used to look. Pretty spooky, huh? But wait till you see the way Mom transformed her.
I feel like somebody's backyard after a heavy rain.
Relax, Dr. Burkhardt. This mud pack's going to make you beautiful.
I wish it'd hurry up and work. I feel like the bride of Dracula.
Hey, Winnie, here's them dresses you wanted me to pick up. Doc, give me a club. I'll beat it to death before it bites you.
Herbert, leave her alone. Mr. Hardwell will be here in a couple of hours, and she has to be ready.
Yeah, that's why I came over. I want to find out if you got the right strategy for landing this flounder.
Herbert, everything's been taken
Yeah,
care of.
I
so
know,
will you
but what
please-
about the walk? Doc, what about the walk? You got the walk that's going to drive him mad?
Mr. Gillis, I realize that my man-catching career is still in its infancy, but walk, that I can do.
No offense, Doc, but I mean walk like a panther woman or something, not that grape crusher's polka you go clomping around with.
Mr. Gillis.
Now, look, it's got to be, plug your ears, Winnie, it's got to be S-E-X-Y, sexy. You know what I mean?
Honestly, Herbert.
Like this, Doc.
Like you got a crop of hay on one hip and a crop of alfalfa on the other, and when you start moving, you start rotating the crops.
Hey, Mrs. G, I done brung. Oh, pardon me, madam. I didn't know I was bursting into a lady's boudoir. Oh, it's you, Mr. G.
Yeah, it's me, Mr. G.
Care to dance?
Never mind.
Mrs. G, I done bring the lipsticks and perfumes and makeups for Dr. B from the drugstore. Ooh, what you must have said to the witch doctor.
Mind and go away.
Yes, clear out, both of you men. Dr. Burkett has to try on these dresses, and we have to select the one that's going to be the most appealing to Mr. Hardwell.
How about something with a belt in the back, 2 pairs of pants? They're nice.
Out, Maynard, out.
With a derby hat.
We have less than 2 hours to get Imogene into a shape that will make that certified public accountant.
Sit up and take account of himself.
Yes, she does look beautiful, doesn't she?
Golly, beautiful isn't the word for it.
Try ugly.
You know something, Doc? If you was to show up at the Bison Lodge Hall looking like that, I guarantee you that half the guys at the pool and pinochle tables would get up just to give you the double O.
I'm scared. Do you think Clinton's gonna like this?
Dear, I wouldn't be surprised if he proposes to you the minute he sees you.
I would.
Imogene, just remember the things we've told you. Keep the room nice and dark.
Yeah, and keep a lot of soft romantic music going on the record player.
And act sophisticated, remote, and mysterious.
Speak to Clinton in a low, sexy voice.
And if he still don't make a grab for you, pack him in. He's dead.
I just hope that he likes me this way.
He'll love you. There's nothing to be nervous about.
Oh, I'm not nervous. I'm perfectly calm and relaxed about the whole thing. I mean, after all, it's him. It's Clinton. He's here. Oh, dear, how do I look? Do I look all right? Do you think you'll like me? Oh, dear.
Just let him in. Everything will be fine.
And if you need us, we'll be in the next room, sort of, shall we say, observing?
Shall we say snooping?
Hello there, Clinton.
Miss Imogene, do you have a cold? You sound like a case for the eye, ear, nose, and throat.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Good girl.
How have you been, Clinton, dear?
In excellent condition, thank you.
Good. Clinton, do you, like the dress I'm wearing?
Yes, it's quite interesting. And the cowboy heels make you look nice and tall.
Thank you.
But didn't you forget to put on your shirt?
I withdraw the thank you. Clinton, do you, notice anything different about the room?
Yes, it's terribly dark. Very bad for the eyes. There. Now. Is that not an improvement? Miss Imogene, where would you like to go this evening? I just finished the inventory for the Amalgamated Glamis Company, and I thought we might celebrate with an evening of, well, shall we say, madness.
Let's say madness. That sounds divine, Clinton, dear. I hear they have a marvelous bossa nova band at the Peabody Roof.
Well, I was thinking more on the order of a thought-provoking lecture on capital gains with the State Tax Department at Civic Auditorium. Or perhaps a demonstration of tabulating computers at the college. They both sound fascinating, don't they?
That's the word, fascinating. On second thought, Clint, why don't we just stay here for the evening, just the two of us,
Well-
alone, with no one else around? How does that sound?
Well, not bad. No, not bad at all. We'll stay here and work up our own excitement.
Exactly.
Right. Switch on the television. The Late Late Show is featuring an all Peter Lawford festival.
All right, so Dr. Burkhart's first shot at trapping the elusive Mr. Clinton Hardwell was not exactly a howling success, but it was a worthwhile attempt, an honest effort, a good college try.
A fiasco.
Yeah, them fiascos are the greatest. I mean, when it comes to making little cars, you just can't beat them Italians.
But Mr. Hardwell will be back again tonight, won't he?
Oh, sure. He calls on me every Friday and Saturday night, just as regular as death and taxes. But it'll be just the same as last night and every other night for the last 12 years, no matter what I do. He just doesn't look on me as a desirable woman.
Don't feel too bad, Dr. B. He probably wouldn't have looked on me as a desirable woman neither.
Why, we can't give up now. Look at the marvelous miracle that we accomplished last night.
Right, Dr. B. You were like another woman. I mean, I could have gone for you myself if I was another man, which I'm not, you know.
Maynard, either make sense or clam up, and you just gave me an idea. A great idea.
You? A great idea? Like, huh?
Another man. That's it. Oh, my glad I thought of it. Why, there is nothing will make a man sit up and pay attention like finding out that there's another man in a woman's life.
Yes, of course. course, jealousy. He'll sing a different tune when he comes face to face with the green-eyed monster.
You rang? Of course, only one of my eyes is green, the other two is vermilion.
I'm afraid there is no other man in my life, Mr. Gillis. Confound the luck, and Clinton knows it.
Then we'll invent one.
No. Make-believe boyfriend will never work. Clinton's a hardhead. He only believes what he can see.
So we'll unhard his head and make it see something.
Herbert, you mean...
You bet I mean. We will hire some big, handsome, good-looking brute to charge in on Doc here when that pencil pusher is there and grab her and hug her and squeeze her and kiss her. Oh, he will go for that, huh?
I don't know about him, but I sure will.
For a teacher, nothing's the same since the Great War.
Mr. Gillis, where are we going to find such a man? I mean, we can't expect him to just walk through that door by just saying abracadabra.
Abracadabra. Oh, hi, Casimir.
Abracadabra. Sure, I wave my magic wand at the cows and come up with an excellent vintage of fine bottled milk. How many quarts should I leave?
No, 30 ought to do it. And while you're there, take a look at the sour cream and the buttermilk, will you? And also the cottage cheese. Doc, I think that we ought to be able to come up with the right fella if we're willing to part with about 20 bucks.
I get 25 bucks and I'm the right fella.
But, Casimir, you don't know what you'd have to do.
Mrs. Gillis, for 25 bucks, I would kiss a polar bear.
That's our man.
You better hold out for more loot. The one they want you to kiss is a woman named...
Mr. Krabs?
No, not Mr. Krabs.
Maynard, please, no name.
Okay, Casimir, we got a deal?
Now, just a darn minute, Mr. Gillis. My friend hasn't said yes to this.
That's true, Herbert. She hasn't.
And she hasn't said no, either.
Okay, how about a simple yes or no?
A simple yes.
That's my girl.
After all, what have I got to lose?
At her age, nothing.
The deal, Mr. Gillis, and let the devil take the hindmost.
Okay, Casimir, now here's the deal. Tonight at 8:30 sharp, I want you to go out to a Dr. Burkhart's house. I'll give you the address later, see? And I want you to run in and yell, "I'm a Jean, my loved one. I am dying of unrequited love and frustration and all on account of you."
Yeah, that's when the boyfriend pelts you right in the mouth.
Now, hold it, Herb. I just want to make 25
It'll never
bucks.
come to that. It's just a little scheme to get her boyfriend to propose. Now, go ahead, Casimir, and show us how you're going to do it.
Yes, and do it good. $25 good, because I'm going to be outside watching you every minute.
Me too. I love the eavesdrip.
That's eavesdropping. Oh, no, you don't, because I'm going to whap anybody that I catch getting nosy. All right, Casimir, go ahead.
Right. Now, for 25 bucks, leave us assume you're Imogene. Imogene, my loved one. I, Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr., am dying of
Casimir H. Prohaski?
Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.
Go and find one of them when you need one.
Maynard, please. All right, Mr. Prohaski, go ahead and show us how you're going to... Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.
Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.?
Right. He's a fine, hard-working man. He's in the dairy game. But he has a violent temper, and he's insanely jealous. I'm so afraid that he's going to come bursting in here and do something desperate now that I rejected his offer of marriage for the 17th. Or is it the 18th time? Oh, Clinton, I am just frightened to death of what might happen. Clinton, you've got to tell me what to do. What shall I do? Help me.
Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.
Oh, it isn't myself I fear for, it's you. There's just no telling what he might do if he finds you here. He looks on me as a sort of goddess, you see.
Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.?
Dobie, leave them alone. You know what your mother said about eavesdropping.
Yes, we shouldn't do it.
True.
It's unmannerly and impolite and shameful.
So why are we standing here? Let's get back to it. Hello? Who? Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.?
Mr. Prohaski? Why isn't he here? Hello, Mr. Prohaski, this is Dobie-Gillis. We're waiting... What? The transmission fell out of your car? But this is a matter of life or death. The doctor... Oh. Oh, you were under the car when the transmission fell out of it. Oh, golly. Huh? Oh, no, forget it, Mr. Prohaski. Somehow arriving in an ambulance doesn't seem exactly right. Oh, thanks anyhow. So long. Darn the luck, that Prohaski. Can you imagine backing out just because a transmission falls on you?
Poor Imogene. She'll never get Clinton now. He won't ever believe her again.
Nah, darn the luck. Just because one chicken-hearted milkman gets chicken-hearted, we're all doomed. Where are we?
Miss Imogene, the computer demonstration starts in half an hour. Now, we don't want to miss a single complete mathematical cycle, do we?
I'd die first. Let's wait a few more minutes, shall we?
For what?
For that.
What?
I mean, Oh, dear, I do hope that isn't Casimir, my insanely jealous suitor. The Dairy King, remember?
Let's not take any chances. We'll go out the back way.
Are you kidding after all the trouble we went to?
Huh?
I mean, after all the trouble we went to arrange this pleasant evening. I'd better see who that is. Maybe it's the wrong number. Casimir, I begged you not to Casimir?
Yes, Imogene, my fair milkmaid. It is I, Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr., your one true love.
How do you do? Casimir, I begged you not to come here. Your insane jealousy will destroy us all.
Yes, my beloved one. I am dying of unrequited love and frustration on account of you.
By George, there is another man. He isn't much, but he is a man.
Right. Sir, the name is Prohaski, Casimir H.
Miss Imogene, it occurs to me that this gentleman is so intrigued with you, perhaps I've been missing something all these years.
True.
True. Imogene, my beloved one, I am dying of unrequited love and frustration on account of you.
Imogene, my loved one, me, Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr., am dying of unrequited love and frustration all on account of you.
You're Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr., too?
You bet your boots I am. Imogene,
And you are Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.
Well, you see, sir...
Imogene, my darling, I'm dying of unrequested love and prostration on account of you.
Certainly, you're Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.
I am?
You are.
I are. Oh, hi, Mr. G. Like I, Dope G. Oh. Like, bye, everybody.
My beloved one. Oh, excuse me, friends. I, Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr., am dying of
unrequited love and frustration on account of it.
That's right. I, Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr., am dying
of unrequited love and frustration on account of it. Miss Imogene, I don't want to appear suspicious, but I have the oddest feeling that something very peculiar is going on here.
Why would you say a thing like that?
I think an explanation is coming.
Well, let's have it. You know, I mean, this is all very easy to... No, it isn't easy. It isn't easy at all.
I mean to get to the bottom of this, and my name isn't Casimir H. J. Hardwell. Now, how is it that you're all named Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr.?
Good question.
And I demand a good answer.
Any volunteers?
Yeah, Mr. Hardwell, would you believe it if I told you that Casimir H. Prohaski, Jr. is a very common name in this neighborhood?
No.
I didn't think...
Would you believe it if I told you? And naturally you wouldn't. Nobody's that foolish.
Oh, look, Mr. Gillis, Dobie, Maynard, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but we have been caught. So let's just give up and...
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. You mean this is the chick you paid me $25 to play up to?
Yep.
Well, keep your dough. This I do for nothing.
Now, wait a minute.
I mean, that hair, them eyes, that build.
Please, Mr. Prohaski.
Them legs, them teeth, that skin.
Please, Mr. Prohaski, go on.
Put them all together, Doc, and...
And they spell mother.
They say, oh, what are you doing later tonight, kid? They got a hot bossa nova band at the Peabody Roof.
I'd love to.
Miss Imogene, he hasn't even asked you.
He will.
You bet I'm asking.
I'm accepting.
Miss Imogene, what about the demonstration tickets? They're all paid for.
I'm sorry, Clinton, but it's a little too little and much too late. Besides, I've never danced the bossa nova with anyone named Casimir H. Prohaski.
Junior.
Well, son, we got her a fella.
And a live one.
Well, I never.
Well, I never either. Hey, Dope, you want to go downtown with me and watch them paint white lines down the middle of the street?
No, thanks, Maynard.
Oh, they ain't painting regular white lines this time. They're painting green lines.
Maynard.
And it's real easy to do. You see what they do is an ice cream truck loose with the pistachio tank leaking.
Hey, Maynard, I deeply appreciate your effort to include me in your highbrow cultural recreation.
Mon pleasure, monsieur.
But I have a date with Nancy Sue, my intended.
You're intended? You ain't never going to marry her, Dope, until her sister gets married, which is probably never even longer.
That's how much you know about it. Dr. Burkhardt has blossomed into one of the most popular women in her age bracket. Now she can get a man just like that.
And that's how she dumps him, too. Just like that.
But what about Mr. Prohaski, the milkman?
She dumped him for Simon LaBouche, the used car salesman.
Well, what about him?
Him she dumped for Armando Scampi, the saxophone player. Or was it the dentist, Sheldon Ellen Bogan, DDS?
Nancy Sue, you mean?
I mean, now that she's such a smash with all the men, she's decided to play the field.
But that means she won't get married for years.
True. After all this time, she's sowing her wild oats.
She better hurry, because when you reach September, the wild oats dwindle down to a precious few.
Well, you know something, Dobie?
Yeah, what, my beloved?
I think she's got the right idea.
Uh-oh, Dope, here it comes.
Maynard, please. Nancy Sue, don't make jokes. You love me and I love you.
Not so fast, Dobie. I'm not so sure anymore.
Yup. This is it, Dobe. Just watch.
Maynard, butt out. Nancy Sue, you're kidding, of course. Aren't you?
You're a nice boy and all that, but I think I need time to look around. So goodbye.
Bingo, that was it.
Ready, big sister? I've got a couple of live ones lined up for us at the Peabody roof. We're going dancing. No offense, Dobie.
But Nancy Sue, what about us? What about...
Oh, cheer up, good buddy. You still got me.
I'm afraid so, Maynard. I'm afraid so.